In this video, I'm going to introduce you to Elicit's new beta view and how to find scientific research papers with it. So I'm on Elicit's new beta's AI research assistant. So I think this is going to be completely overhauling the original Elicit. And some of these features are now going to be paid on this site. So I just want to kind of clarify that from the beginning. When you sign up, you will get so many credits to test some of these features out. But what I'm going to be showing you today is still free. And they have already said that they are going to let this feature remain free. So here is Elicit's new site. And we're going to select the Find Scientific Research Papers view. So when I click here, you can add in a search query. So this is similar to the old page of Elicit if you've seen things like that before. So I'm going to add in a new type of search query, and I'm going to add in the effects of caffeine on sports performance. So this is kind of a really broad one, and we can click search. And this is going to take a few minutes just like before on Elicit, but it's going to start searching for different papers. And up here, it's going to give us a summary of the top 8 papers. So if you remember before, I think it was the top 4 or 5 papers that you got a summary of. This is now going to give you a summary of the top 8 papers. And if you look at my account settings, you can see that I still have 5,000 credits, which means this did not remove any of the credits from my balance. This specific workflow is going to be free. The other ones are not going to be though. So what this has done is it gives me a summary, just a general summary of these papers. But what it's also done is it gives me the ability to look at any of these papers. So now each one of these underlined citations here is actually a link. So if I click on this link, it will actually open up this paper. You can basically see the paper over here. You can open up the Semantic Scholar link or the DOI, and here is the abstract summary down there. So if I close out of this and I come back here, so you can now just kind of open these up. You can also directly copy this summary if you wanted to do that with this button right here as well. Now, if we come down here, what we're going to see is unlike before in Elicit where we got a lot of different columns, we only really get one column here, and that's the abstract summary. You can add columns, but you can see here, it does say that each column you add is going to be 100 credits subtracted off. So you can add these popular columns or you can describe what you want, but that is going to cost more money now. So you have a lot of different papers, and you can now open up any of these papers like you would have before. You also have the ability still to sort these papers and to filter these papers. So if I click sort, I can sort by title, most recent, least recent, most cited, and least cited here. You also have filters, and I think this is something that is is beneficial. Is you have has full text, and so you can filter for if it has the full text or not. You can filter for the years like you've been able to do before, and then you can also filter for study types. So you can filter for those that are specifically different types of reviews or if they're a longitudinal study. And then you can add what the abstract should contain and what the abstract shouldn't contain. So if I added the abstract should contain caffeine, click add there. And then I could say it should contain sport. But if you know that you're getting a lot of papers and it has a keyword that you're not really interested in those papers, you could say it doesn't contain stimulant, for example, even though caffeine is a stimulant, and then you can save. And so this is going to research for those papers. So what we're now going to get is papers that both contain caffeine and sport, but don't contain a stimulant in them. And so that can be really helpful if you're trying to figure out, like if you're trying to get rid of or narrow your search down, that can be really helpful to remove those that don't contain something specific that keeps appearing in your work. You can also load more papers down here and keep loading more until you get all the different ones that you want. And then to extract out this information, you can either use the CSV or the BibTeX file. Now, I will say with the CSV file, they're only really giving you the paper and the abstract summary now. One thing that I would really like for them to do, even if they're not going to add on different columns that are more based in generative text, add on those metadata columns again. Things like the DOI, the journal, that can be really, really helpful for students who are trying to use this. And right now there's not really a way to be able to do that anymore with your site. So I would really hope that they will add back in those metadata columns for the journals, as that makes it a lot easier to be able to connect to a Notion or any of these other things, or to be able to combine data from different tools together, and it makes your tool much more usable overall. Again, with any AI tool, I would really recommend checking with anything. So any of these abstract summaries, this is generative AI text. This entire summary up here is generative AI text. So while it's really nice that they now have given you these citations, you can directly go and say, okay, did this paper actually say this? You always want to check that the papers are actually saying it before you move forward. If you're just getting started in your field and you're trying to figure out what papers you should read and how to read them, I would really recommend checking out my 30-day research jumpstart guide. That link will be in the description below. It's a PDF that's completely free that just walks you through every single step you should take in order to figure out what papers you should read, and then also be able to use those papers to generate new ideas and generate a research project that you can actually publish. I hope this video was helpful, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.